24 hours is all you get. Quick math will show you that is 86,400 seconds. The way you live through your 24 hours says everything about you. You either spend it distracted by instant pleasure or live every second filled with purpose and direction. My name is Jibril Khan and I've been on both sides of this. Just a couple of years ago, I was the person who would procrastinate, have a poor attention span, and had little to no discipline. But things look quite different today. I have now worked as a software engineer at Fortune 500 companies, been one of the best performing students in university, I lift weights, read books, and train martial arts. All of these things were possible because I learned how to spend my 24 hours the right way. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my exact system, so buckle up. One of the biggest changes that I've made to my life is how I start my day. In the past, I would quite literally start my day with scrolling, checking messages, or playing a quick online match. But the problem is, if you start your day with getting unearned dopamine hits, then it becomes incredibly hard to do something that requires effort later on in the day. Because the message that you have sent to your body is that pleasure is so readily available and you do not have to work hard to access it. And this becomes the benchmark for the rest of the day. Now, however, my mornings look quite different. I start my day by doing something that requires a bit of effort first. It doesn't have to be something crazy. It could be something like working on my business for 30 minutes, getting a quick workout in, or even just getting my prayers in. The kind of work that you do doesn't really matter as long as it requires a bit of effort on your part. This sends your body the message that, hey, if you want to feel good, you have to put in the effort first. And once you get this early morning win, you feel so good about yourself and you carry this momentum to get more productive things done later in the day. Just a quick warning though, if you're someone who seems to procrastinate a lot, make sure that this early morning effort is not too overwhelming, else it's going to have the opposite of the intended effect and you're not going to end up doing the task at all. So keep it small and keep it simple. If there's one thing that you can take away from this video, let it be the concept of the zone. The zone is basically a duration of time during which you're going to have zero distractions or cheap dopamine. The only things that I do in this zone are things that are deeply important to me, like working on my business for a couple of hours, meditation, getting a workout in, reading a book, etc. And when I'm in the zone, I put my phone on flight mode, I wear noise cancelling headphones, I do not watch YouTube videos or reply to messages, I don't even pet my cat when I'm in the zone. I protect my attention as if it was a bag of gold, and I know that this sounds a bit selfish, but if you adopt this philosophy of having a zone for yourself that is like 4 to 6 hours long and there are absolutely zero distractions in there, you will be able to do more in those 4 to 6 hours than most people would do in their entire day that is usually filled with distractions, thus leading to suboptimal work. Just a few tips when it comes to creating this distraction-free zone. It is way easier to create this zone very early in the morning when most people are asleep and you're least likely to get disturbed by the demands of life. Secondly, you should already have the things that you want to do in this zone in your mind. You shouldn't be making decisions on the go and wasting your precious mental energy. So select 3 to 4 things in advance that you would be doing in this zone. Lastly, the best part about having this zone is that you almost get to live 2 days in one. When you are in the zone, you fill your day with just productive work. But when you're outside the zone, you rest, you rejuvenate, socialize, or deal with other less cognitively demanding things. Just a quick warning though, do not try and extend this zone and make it too long, else you're just going to feel burnt out the next day and the quality of your work is not going to be too great, so it's not really worth it. What you do outside the zone matters just as much as what you do in the zone. If you do really well for those 6 to 7 hours when you were logged in the zone, but then after that you eat a bunch of garbage food, you watch pornography, you sleep at 2 a.m, then guess what? You are going to have a hard time getting in the zone the next day. So what I would recommend is that you make a clear distinction between what is rejuvenation and what is deterioration. Sure, playing a video game for an hour or watching Netflix for an hour or socializing with friends, spending time with family, going out for walks, cooking healthy meals can all be rejuvenating. But sleeping super late at night, doom scrolling for hours, eating processed food, drinking or smoking weed might seem rejuvenating in the short term, but in the long term they're actually quite deteriorating. And once you have this lens of rejuvenation versus deterioration, you are going to make much better decisions in your time outside the zone. And I know that we went over a couple of different strategies, but to sum it all up, your life is nothing more than just a collection of days. And your days are nothing more than a collection of 24 hours. Learn to spend those hours with intention and structure. And I promise you that your life will begin to change. And as always, in case no one has told you this today, I am rooting for you.